Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do a wear test with the new foundation that I got. It is Chantecaille's Future Skin Gel Foundation. It's oil-free with a matte finish. It is a medium coverage foundation that's buildable to full coverage. And this is in the shade Alabaster. On the website, it's described as fair with balanced undertones. Let's take a look at the product itself. Once you open the jar, there is a plastic cover that you're not supposed to throw away. So every time when you're finished, you're just supposed to close it and put it back on top like this. It's a gel formula, so it's very lightweight. I'll just dip it. This is what it looks like. Put it on the back of my hand. And once you blend it out, I find that it goes right into the skin very easily. Some of the properties of this product, and I'm reading right off of the packaging here. It's an innovative oil-free gel foundation containing a high percentage of water. Skin looks totally perfected and dewy. Aloe, rosemary, camellia, and arnica help moisture and soothe the appearance of skin. Chamomile and rice bran are rich in antioxidants, adjustable coverage from medium to full. And on the website, you can get some more information of the product and the philosophy of the brand itself. For example, it's cruelty-free and vegan-friendly. Their formula seems to be pretty clean from what I can tell, although I am no expert at ingredients. This does retail for $78 US. I did grab this when Saks was having a 25% off sale. That includes beauty. I did get a couple more things from that event, which I will include in a haul video to follow. Well, let's get on with applying the foundation. I'll do a couple of check-ins after this. Before I put on the foundation, you're gonna see these marks on my face. It's basically contouring. For contouring, I like to use NARS's The Multiple. This is in the color Altai. I've gone through a lot of this product, but it just works really well for me. So now let's head on to putting on foundation. This doesn't come with the spatula, as I mentioned earlier, so I just ended up taking a spatula from a different skincare product that I've used. But what's really handy with these spatulas is you can basically keep them around and reuse them after washing. So took some product, I'm just gonna place it on here. You could put it on the back of your hand as well. I might do that if I need to go in for a second layer. So I'll just dab some on my face. This, and then we're going to work the product in. I'm just going to apply a little bit more. I've actually placed the second layer on the sponge as well, since I only need a little bit. I'm going to dab it around my nose. Make sure I get the area below my jawline. Now that the foundation has sat on my face for a minute or two, let's take a look here. I would say I have about medium coverage right now, and so for this wear test, I would like to try for full coverage to see how it stays on my face for the hours to come. So let's go ahead and add in another layer. We're going to be a little bit more generous with the product this time. So we're going to add a little more, and then finally I'll just put it on the back of my hand here. And then go in with the sponge. Now we're building the second layer. We're going to let the foundation sit on the skin for a little bit, and then I'll come back and add the finishing touches. But initial thoughts after 2 layers of the foundation is it feels very, and it looks very natural and skin-like. It doesn't feel like I have a lot of makeup on. Those are my initial thoughts, but we'll see after a couple more minutes. And this is the finished look. Now that I've had the foundation on for 30 minutes or so, overall I'm impressed with the product. I have 2 layers of foundation on for a full coverage effect. It's well blended into my skin, but it's not settling into lines. I'll move a little closer here. We can have a look. You don't see any lines on my forehead. There are no harsh lines forming under my eyes. Same thing with these areas here, because once you start talking, once you have expressions on your face, the product moves around, it settles into those areas. And so let's do a check-in about an hour and a half from now, and we'll see what it's like then. Hey guys, this is the first check-in. It's been 2 hours. Let's have a look. So I think overall the foundation is holding up really well. Nothing's broken down in an unexpected way. And when I look at just the evenness of it, that's really maintained. And I think when we are not as up close, a little bit further back, it still looks pretty, it still looks actually fresh. If I were to see somebody like this, I'd be like, oh, like you clearly had done your makeup maybe not too long ago. It's true, it's only been 2 hours, but sometimes some foundations you'll find like the breakdown of it start to become really obvious, and it's usually an indication of add 2 more hours, it's just gonna accelerate, and by then a lot of things would have changed. Now, I do want to point out a few things I noticed. It seems the foundation may not play very well with my concealer. I'm using Jouer's Essential High Coverage Concealer, and it looks like it's broken down a bit more than usual. The other part is here around the chin. Some of the acne or the redness I have here has come through, although that's not really alarming, and you really need to get much closer to see the details. So I think that's still acceptable. Right here, it's broken apart a bit more, but that's because I did have a breakout a day ago, and so the skin is still trying to recover. That has nothing to do with the foundation itself. Overall, I think it looks really smooth. I wouldn't do any touch-ups, and I would, you know, if it was possible for us to go out and have dinner and do something outdoors or meet up with friends in the evening, I would go like this. I wouldn't need to touch up at all. So my next check-in is going to be at the 4-hour mark. I will see you guys then. This is the second check-in. It's been 4 hours. Let's have a look. Overall, I think it still looks really good. There's some redness that has come through a little bit more under my nose and chin. Under my eyes, the product has broken up a little bit more, starting to look a little bit separated, but not in a drastic way that would make me lose confidence in the product. I do have an oily T-zone, so obviously some of that oil my skin produces has come through. Again, I wouldn't be unhappy looking like this if I was out right now. I wouldn't feel like I need to touch up anything. Oh, and by the way, in the last hour or so, I had been cooking. So I was over a hot stove, there was boiling water, a lot of heat, and yeah, I think it still looks really good. I'll come back at the 6-hour mark. See you then. Hey guys, it's been well over 6 hours. I had dinner, watched a movie. Let's see what's going on. I think the foundation held together very well. There's more oil now in my skin, but there isn't any really dramatic or drastic breakdown. Breakdown is continuing to happen under my eyes. There's more redness visible under my nose, around this area here as well, and then on my chin. But I could use some oil blotting paper, get rid of the excess oil, mattify this a little bit, maybe freshen up the blush on my cheeks, lipstick, and then I could still go out. So I'm very impressed. I think I'll definitely use through the entire jar of foundation and probably get another one. I have been using the YSL All Hours matte foundation for some time now, and I've gone through a couple bottles of these, but as I run out, I think I'll just use Chantecaille's Future Skin gel foundation for a little while, since it's been a really good experience, and it doesn't bother my skin. It does feel very lightweight throughout the day. The other foundation that I have in mind as I'm thinking of the Chantecaille foundation is this Orsay Skin Perfecting Foundation. Again, it is high coverage. It does have a lot of skin benefits to it, but I just don't get this kind of longevity out of the product. It has a porcelain finish and it is very flattering. I like it as well, but I know I wouldn't be able to wear it to work, come back, freshen up, and go out again with it. It's just around the 3-4 hour mark. The breakdown is pretty visible, much more so than this foundation. But if you're interested in seeing the review for this, I will link the video up here as well as down below in the description. So if you guys are looking for a foundation with some skin benefits, medium to buildable full coverage, and is oil-free, Chantecaille's Future Skin Gel Foundation might just be the option for you. It doesn't have SPF though, so if you plan to wear it and go out and about, be sure to wear SPF underneath. You might also need a spatula to scoop out the product because it doesn't come with it, and I just don't feel good about dipping my finger into the jar. That's something else to think about. But I appreciate you guys watching all the way through. I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.